Hey guys, it's Luxmo, and today I've got a new what if concept for you guys. One of my favorite underrated Pokemon games characters is Caitlyn. We only saw her briefly in the anime, and I wish we had more time to flesh out her backstory. So today I want to create a what if story discussing what would have happened if Ash ran into a younger Caitlyn at the beginning of the Black and White series before her appearance later in that series during the Junior Cup. I think this would happen right around episode 30, and she would be a temporary traveling companion like Karina until around episode 42. Let me explain how I think her character arc would play out, and let's get right into this. So first off, how would Ash meet Caitlyn? I want this to be in Unova, but the Battle Castle isn't in Unova, so it's tricky. I picture her and Duroc taking a trip to Castelia City, maybe Duroc's family is from there or something like that. As Ash, Silent, and Iris are leaving the city, they would spot Caitlyn asleep on some grass outside. They wonder why she's sleeping in the middle of a route and wake her up just in case something happened. She reveals that she must have dozed off and starts to have a conversation with the three of them. She becomes their friend, however she has this sort of high and mighty attitude and makes some smaller comments about them being, quote, commoners. Think of her like Noelle from Black Clover if you've watched that anime. But regardless of their class difference, she does enjoy talking with the group. Suddenly, Duroc would come running over and wondering where his beloved Caitlyn was, and assumes the worst of Ash, immediately thinking he had something to do with Caitlyn's disappearance. Caitlyn explains that she made a new friend, to which Duroc becomes very happy that she's actually socializing, something she's always had trouble doing. Ash tells Duroc that he's currently on his way to Nimbasa City to take on their gym, to which Caitlyn's eyes start to glow with this sort of psychic energy, and she asks if they can have a battle. Ash tries to say yes before Duroc immediately cuts him off and says no way. He explains that Caitlyn is unable to battle due to her psychic powers going out of control after a battle. However, Caitlyn is feeling adventurous and really wants to experience battling, and begs Duroc to let her, to which he says he's fine under the circumstance that she'll stop if she goes out of control, and she decides to agree. Caitlyn sends out Gothorita and Ash Swanloon, both trying to give it their all, and as the battle continues, Caitlyn starts to get very invested and enters a sort of trance, with her only feeling being that she wants to. No, she must win. Duroc is tempted to stop her, but realizes he hadn't seen her have so much fun battling in a very long time, and decides to let her continue enjoying the battle. Eventually, Ash lands a finishing bug bite, causing the battle to end. Caitlyn's eyes go blank before she becomes engulfed in psychic powers which practically take over her body. When this happens, she is unable to control herself and the psychic energy lashes out of her body. Think of it like when Deku first unlocked Black Whip in My Hero Academia. Duroc blames himself for this and sends out his Gallade, having it use an X-Scissor attack on the psychic energy around Caitlyn, which makes it all dissipate. Caitlyn apologizes for what happens and says she guesses she might not be ready to start battling after all. However, Ash tells her to never give up, and that with enough practice she can still master her powers. This inspires her so much that she asks Duroc if she can travel with Ash for a bit, to which he is skeptical since it's his duty to take care of her. However, after seeing the determination in her eyes, he allows it. This starts their journey, which lasts for about 10 episodes. There's a lot of smaller slice of life moments where the Black and White gang starts to get to know her more, and she slowly loses her high and mighty attitude. Kind of like Platinum from Pokemon Adventures, if you've read that. Caitlyn partakes in some of the filler episodes from this part of the anime, like the fishing tournament, and shooting a movie with Luke. She also battles Ash a couple of times during this time. After another loss, where her powers explode out, Ash remembers how Duroc stopped them with a bug-type move being X-Scissor. He improvises by having Swadloon use String Shot on her, which ends up restraining her, but also the psychic energy. They have some more practice battles where Caitlyn wears the String Shot like a belt, which ends up having her control her powers a bit better. She becomes able to control small amounts of psychic energy, but only while wearing the String Shot. This journey will eventually culminate in the Nimbasa Town Club battle, where Caitlyn would also enter. Now before we get into the battles, did you know that less than 20% of my viewers are actually subscribed? Please consider hitting that subscribe button, it truly makes a difference. Anyway, she'd replace one of the random trainers. How about Antonio? Her first two battles would be against some of the random trainers in the tournament, being Emmanuel and then Dino. She would still have her psychic powers restrained by the String Shot belt during these battles, but with that she would be controlling her powers with ease, and her Pokemon would be able to win those two battles. This leads to her semi-final match, with her Gothorita against Ash and his Palpitoad. I know some of you watching this video will be rolling your eyes that I chose Palpitoad for this battle, but Ash used it in his original battle during the semi-finals of this tournament, so I felt inclined to keep it in. The battle starts normally with the two equally strong trainers exchanging moves. However, after so many battles, the String Shot on Caitlyn had become a bit worn down and ends up snapping, causing her powers to explode out again. Ash did not register Swadloon for this tournament and does not have it on hand, so he's helpless in the situation. This is where Caitlyn is able to prove how much she's grown through her training with Ash and takes control of the psychic energy. The energy stops going haywire and takes the form of a protective bubble around her and her Pokemon, heightening their power and making them more in sync. Ash steps up to the challenge and keeps battling while giving in his all, and him and Palpitoad are eventually victorious. After the battle, Caitlyn's powers dissipate and she's completely fine, having become much stronger and closer to mastering them. The tournament continues with Ash battling Iris, and afterward Caitlyn bids the group farewell to go on her own journey. The next time Ash will see her will be during the Junior Cup, where it's revealed she's become a member of the Unovan Elite Four. And that's about it for this video. I know this was kind of a random concept, but I like Caitlyn, so I figured why not make this video. Tell me what you think of her journey in the comments and if you would change it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.